Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Endless Legend, where today, sadly, we must note that Green has almost been eliminated from the game. The war between Green and Lavender is not going Green's way. I mean, that's not a big surprise, I think. It is kind of remarkable how little space the two of them were fighting over. I guess the Kapaku must have really put the Valters in the corner. Oh gosh, the Valters... Okay, the Valters are at Cold War with Green, so they're not going to finish Green off, but geez. They may be in a little bit of a position here. I mean, listen, if they got removed from the game, I would not necessarily feel terrible about that. As much as I want everybody to survive, because any player lost is a loss of influence for us, or rather, diplomatic points. There's something to be said for not allowing the Valters to just run away with the science game, because our victory is potentially going to be a little bit on the slow side. Okay, so if Green is no longer actively at war with anybody, then we don't need to turn this ship around to quickly capture this stuff. This ocean is contested, but we really can't join in because we're at peace with both of the potential owners. This is happening, which makes me a little bit nervous. Who all are the necrophages at war with? Just the Valters. Yeah, the Valters have gotten themselves into a hell of a situation here. I don't know how they managed to piss off everyone. I think for the moment, we don't intercede. We just let things keep running as they're running. No, we are for sure desperate to heal up here. I mean, and that tile's fine for it. What were you doing? Actually, I have no idea. You had probably been gathering pearls or something. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. Okay, so are we ready to... We are not ready to move on. Okay, you should definitely build your Palladian extractor. And then we don't actually have anything critical to build. Well, we will in a moment here. And I guess we're just waiting for the end of winter to be able to potentially build the Oologic nursery in Ovoru. That winter was really poorly timed. It's actually a super huge bummer. Now, our units don't have to get too healthy. Oh, we did this. I totally forgot we were doing that, but cool. Tinu is definitely just going to keep pushing up the tree here. So, the next big gain in diplomatic points is from the alliance technology. You get a big boost from being in alliances with people. So... the best move for us, diplomatic points-wise, is to just tech as hard and fast as possible. Which means that it's probably time to pick up statistical methods, although... yeah, we got a lot of cities hovering near fervency. It might actually be a good idea to grab... let's grab bread and circuses real quick. This will give us a push as well. This is the first game where I do not feel like I was immediately desperate for Dust Refinery. We have a hero at level 7, so we're very close to pulling off Leader of Leaders, which is something I would like very much. If we end up in a war in the late game, we are going to feel whether or not we have that. Do I feel confident fighting yet? I mean, we have 2 healthy... well, no, we really have 1 healthy Drakenling. Did we gain any HP at all, actually? I'm gonna go stand over here. This is not volcanic. We're just gonna see how those numbers look. And I think you're just jumping into a garrison. Oh, no, never mind. Well, by the time you get over here, there's probably not going to be any pearls left, but yeah, I guess run for this. I could close my borders to red, run them off, and maintain our pearls, but this is only the second winter, right? So yeah, I mean, we should probably get Chapel. Yeah, maybe we will end up needing the pearls. Because there are certainly a number of places where the chapel would be lovely. Right, population and also population. Here we only have the one village, but... yeah, I think this makes sense. And we just got to keep checking in for stockpiles. What do we need to pop a booster right now? 53? And how is this going? Okay, people are contributing very slowly. That really sucks. All right, let's keep an eye. I'm not 100... I think we still heal in another player's territory. If we're, provided we're not standing on the lava. Maybe not. Okay, green has sent us a warning. We have been Cold Warred. Oh, right. We were going to search another temple ruin. That was a thing I was considering. Well, it doesn't much matter because we wouldn't have successfully executed it anyway. Definitely too much running. Alright, so I'm just looking around for ruins. We're probably going to get harassed by those necrophage ships, which is annoying. Should we just attack? What is the reward for this? 25 blood crystals now, and we have no idea what the reward might be in the future. You know what? Let's try to make it back home. We could retrofit this army. That would be a good idea. So our trade routes got all screwed up because you're being weird. Yep, demanding their payment. Boy, they want a lot for it this time as well. Well, we have no use for the Hyperion right now. We need the points and we need the money. It's a smart move. That is only 3 pearls. I don't think we're gonna detour for that. At least not right away. Okay, things will recalculate. Hopefully we'll be at empire-wide fervency with bread and circuses and like the rest of the markets finishing and stuff. We're getting some nice population boosts from our cities finishing their stuff as well. You're governing. Does Avoru have a river? It doesn't, right? Yeah, there's a lava river over there, I suppose. So it feels like it's not really worth grabbing this. We may as well just head right up into Friendly Banner. Although the reason you start here is not so that you can go to Friendly Banner, but instead so that you can go to Narrative Master. Yeah, so I guess we will start at the bottom so we can get to that. Purple Cold Ward us, which is also annoying. Everybody's going to keep demanding their pound of flesh, and we're just going to keep giving it to them. But this is part of the reason that we have to be a little bit cautious about giving it to them in the form of technology. So we can run out of tech really quickly, and we can also catapult everybody else ahead of us really quickly. So now that we've got this stuff, it probably is a good idea to get dust refinery available, although I don't know. Are we going to actually be able to build these? Probably not, right? And then the Zovoru Rita's, it has 19 food from city tiles, right? Because we expanded out to get +3, but I think you lose one from the tile you build on. Yeah, that sucks ass. This getting rushed out. This getting finished might do it because it's going to increase the value that's showing on each tile by 3 food. So actually, the first place to get a plow factory done may be where we build the logic. Yeah, because like the number of tiles here. I guess we'll see. My suspicion is that will work. That will count as though the food is coming from the tiles, because that's how it is going to emerge. Okay, so we're probably all set with that soonish. Gosh, I cannot wait for more stockpiles to come out of our fortresses. So yeah, probably the play is science buildings. We definitely want to go this way first. We certainly have some cities where the advanced alchemy lab would be useful. And hey, Purple, could you please stop making everything so awkward? Okay, you know what? That gets expensive. So the more it has changed recently, the more the cost of that action goes up. And so it is going to be expensive for us to keep forcing them, but it's also going to be very expensive in terms of influence for them to keep breaking it. And honestly, my guess is they're going to run out of influence production before we are. Dearth of Dust, cool, great, excellent. Yep, we did not search the ruins in Matarod, nor did we have any intention of doing so. Gosh, it sure would be nice to be able to do some retrofitting here. How valuable is this stuff? 7.5. Okay. So we gotta do the retrofit here. And then we also have to do a retrofit here, where you have to get a movement trinket of your own. Okay, now the whole army actually is fast. So that group of temple ruins that we searched last time was like this, that. So we can scoop those up really quickly here as the eclipse starts. You are just finding a remarkably ruinless sea. It is strange, right? Doesn't it seem like the ruins are usually... I mean, I feel like you don't see this very often at all. There's just very sparse population this game. Alright, and it would be great to get you near a temple ruin as well. There is one next to the capital. So yeah, maybe something like that is the plan. So, real quick here, because we haven't actually looked at the number in a while. Or maybe ever. I think ever. Diplomacy. So you can see we have just passed 700 points. We're receiving, 19 per turn? Six pieces in a Cold War. Moving to Alliance is going to be the thing that really drives that number up. But even so, it has taken us 60 turns to accumulate 700, and we need to get to 3250. So we have a long way to go, is all I'm saying. All right, let's try to make sure we don't get scooped on any of these. Do I want to run down and grab that? You know what? I'm going to have one unit break off and do that. Because I do want the big army to go this way. Okay, 90 dust. And you know, there's a couple over here. We can try to get a little aggressive. We'll see how seriously purple takes those. Get ourselves a swift conflux. Okay, 10 adamantium's a good find. I mean, we may as well finish mapping this, but my growing suspicion is that we are going to find nothing of value. Indeed. Am I allowed in your territory? I am. I mean, I don't know if there's a lot of value in going to snatch that, honestly. I don't know if the other players get mad at you for taking confluxes. They totally could, right? It's not unreasonable to think they might. So we'll just let them have that. And like I was saying before, this money will probably be buyout money. This is just to get buildings done. Dust. Let's start with you. Purple's already annoyed at me, so I'm just gonna take this. We're gonna be forcing peace on them forever, no matter what, I think. It's probably too much border friction, and you know, stuff gets rough. We'll see how diplomacy works out in the future here. It may be the case that common friends or common enemies or something may put us in a position where they eventually come around on us. Okay, they did grab the other one. And probably not going to be able to get to that. Well, I'm going to try. We'll give it a shot. Alright, we're all rapidly healing up. Let's just go ahead and, I suppose, head back toward that ruin, right? Yeah, we have somebody else to clean up the ruins over here. Let's head back to that quest ruin and see what's what. Absolute... Well, you know, actually 20 glass steel is potentially quite useful. Nope, that reads as a city improvement, even though it adds... Oh, no, never mind. That's right. A plow factory in this city does nothing because the tiles are specifically poisoned against... You can see +3 from plow factory, -5 from volcanic taint. What am I doing? I'm building food to tile production buildings in a volcanic... Yeah, not ideal. Not an ideal use of resources. This, on the other hand, this will actually work here. I'm a little embarrassed. I'm a little tiny bit. We should probably also build another burrow here pretty quickly. Because, like... Oh, I can't. I need one more point of population. Alright, well, let's get this done first. Because this city needs a district level up to get up to a reasonable level of approval. So we still can't... I mean... I'm not going to take this. Plow Factory is too valuable to give away for that. But let's go ahead and learn Dust Refinery. Actually, let's learn Public Works, because we're actually going to be able to construct our museums. We're going to have to wait a while on the refinery. We are a little bottlenecked on resources there. Yeah. Okay. Everything is holding for the moment. Yeah, the shapes here have not actually changed, I don't think. Semin is held by a what do you call it? By an Urkin. I'm very happy to see pink being kept under control, however that is happening. It could be a real nightmare, especially if you're planning on playing a peaceful game, to see the Necrophage player take off early. Okay, so I think we should basically be able to handle this now. I do wish we were healing a little faster. Okay, here's one. Pirate ship in Tid would give us exotic armor if we defeated them. Is this Tid? Where the hell is Tid? Tid's down there. Honestly, I don't know that I care. This region is becoming even less stably owned. Can we... Yes, we can push this a little bit. Let's hope that that actually does it. I think that should let us build the Oologic Nursery. We should be in good shape then. Probably get that done really quickly, because at the very least we can use the stuff for trade. And you certainly will benefit from one of these. Okay. Can I now finally build the damn nursery? Have to wait for the new turn's values to kick in here, but I think so. Oh, well, sorry. If we had the glass steel. Yes. All right. That was an ordeal. All right, green's turn to come and bother us. We will handle that. That is a real shame. I was on my way to the... Well, retreating kills me, but so does fighting. Ah well, it's a Drakenling. You know, we'll survive. Oh, okay. What did we get attacked by this time? It's 4 militia. Is this going to be a humiliating defeat to 4 militia? I think potentially. We are getting consistently underestimated by the Balanso power meter, but even so, 4 militia seems like it might be a real problem. $125 bonus dust, extremely helpful. This is just a totally normal search. Howdy. Within 5 turns, search that ruin all the way. Okay, that does not seem like a reasonable request. Also, we don't really want Breakwall at this point. Okay, we'll probably be able to buy that out. Well, with our trade routes being all disrupted, probably not, actually. This city doesn't benefit anywhere near as much from those buildings. So we may not bother building the enhanced science buildings down there just yet. Alright, this is getting a little bit more difficult than I would like. So let's have you run to here. Sorry, deploy. Have you run to here. You run to here and stop that so that you can hit somebody who's already been hit. And you can... I hate that they're in the forest, but probably still just attacking is good. 63. So... you're going to heal for 56. It's probably not even one attack. Bummer. What quest did I accomplish? Oh, okay, that thing wore off. That's actually good news. That's going to immediately allow us to fire some boosters. Yeah, Quicksilver and gold, all of that stuff should be run. Okay. This is embarrassing. You call yourselves a military? Alright, well the good news is we are going to get to close this here. So hopefully it's like that, and... yeah, this is a little bit awkward because you are second instead of third. It would be so much easier. How about we do it like this? Alright, that's fine. A little bit of damage focus on our hero is not a big deal at all. Oof. Definitely need to withdraw these ones. Nope, never mind. They knew. They knew ahead of time that that attack, the damage was going to be that high. They can smell the blood in the water. Okay. Plus 15% more life. And that is a level 8 hero, by the way. So yeah. The raised booster costs has ended, and what a joy that is. Alright, you two are just gonna stand all the way back here. I'm gonna start my turn. Well, I mean, I should have started the... yeah, I should have started here so I had morale and then run up and fired. Okay. Now, sadly, I can't actually stop them from going after the other units. But it looks like they're content enough to just fight the hero. Okay. A nightmare. Fourth ruin. And defending... yep, okay. We're going to withdraw and maybe consider changing some... maybe just building some new military units would be a good idea. Okay. Yes, with the positive dust now, we should be in good position to actually buy out the Oologic Nursery. We are definitely lagging behind where I would like to be on our faction quest, and I don't even know if there's a lot of valuable stuff on the path exactly. It's just... oh, did I ever read Peace with Green? I don't know that I did. Nope, I didn't. That's the thing that's got to get fixed. Okay, they are amenable to a deal. This is fine in my... well, hold on. Would they rather... yeah. Here we go. Here's how we do this. A very small amount of die will totally get the job done. Okay. What is this? Market ban. Annoying. Did manage to get our intelligence core through having our combat hero, our initial combat hero, fight just absolutely constantly. Very helpful, in fact. Let's get that National Museum, and we did get stockpiles. Which is interesting. Where do I want to throw some stockpiles? This city needs to build out some more burrows. That's going to eat up almost an entire stockpile by itself. What if we did the capital? Yeah, we'll just really blow this up. We'll get that extra burrow down so stuff starts leveling up, so that the capital doesn't require us to be running so many boosters simultaneously in order to be happy. And then hopefully we'll get some cool stuff from here. Look at that, plus 482. That's more like where we want to be. So, as we've learned here from Green and their sort of like their relative eagerness to be part of the team, it's a lot easier to maintain positive diplomatic states with players who are weaker than you, players who consider themselves to be weaker than you. So, right, market ban. Even when you're doing this kind of playstyle, it can be very valuable to push up the military power rankings. So hold on, what would it be to just buy myself out of this market ban? 130? Yeah, no, I am not in fact banned from the market. Go to hell. Once again, it is probably the case that we can sort of like outrun them on that if they want to keep making it an issue, but it may not be the case that we can outrun them on that while also continuing to force peace on everybody. And like, you know, there's only so much bullying we can do. We don't have infinite resources, so we do have to be a little bit careful. It would be nice to maintain a couple of genuinely friendly relationships. All right, so Ovoru has the thing. Yeah, the period of time between last winter and this winter is looking like it's maybe not going to be very long, actually. Tinu is leveling quickly, which is just wonderful news. Who is mad at me now? Okay, red. That's less of a problem. We should probably deal with it if we can, though. So that's a pretty big bar. Looks like they're willing to talk, though. Oh, let us definitely fire this. So we're going to generate another 28. We could afford to part with like 82 die without it disrupting anything at all. And that's going to get us a pretty significant portion of the way here. All right, now that you have that, yeah, I'll give you some blood crystal. I'm fine with that. Please don't use it to kill me, but 45? You know what? I might give them yeah, let's just give them a deal in their favor. I don't want to use the blood crystal. Okay. Seeking resources and building the oologic nursery bring both hope and worry. While their empire is more secure, the murmurs they hear from the planet and its peoples are unsettling. Kehangana sleeps and considers. Propaheni awakens. The sights and sounds of the oologic nursery give some solace in this strange place, but she feels the same gnawing unease as her sister. Doubtless they had many means to listen and study the planet, but the knowledge of these ways disappeared when they warred upon themselves. She is loath to inspect ruins and desecrate their remains. The very thought is unpleasant to Propaheni. Well, I guess it's good we got all that done already then. Instead, she decides to work methodically through the many minor peoples they have encountered, speaking to their scouts and their wise men to see what information they have gleaned. This is and always will be the role of the Draken, to protect and guard the lesser peoples, to maintain things as they are in a world of chaotic change. Should it be too worrying, a trip back to the security of Drakenholm may be necessary in order to explain, consider, and decide. Assimilate 2 minor factions. We will acquire for ourselves a spheroid of Draken lore. Well, that seems pretty doable. We're going to have to pick up the tech for that. And this pushes us into the next era where we can get a hold of our hospitality dens. So, high value. I don't know who we're going to assimilate. Don't actually have a plan as far as that goes. Ah, there is one over here. And you, I guess, should probably just come back home. Like, we probably need you to come back and join the army, actually. The army, which has embarrassed itself time and time again. Here in Ingulath, I would love to build a cryometric monitor. Does it make the most sense to do it here? We have 5 anomalies right now. Like, it's probably better to do it in this city, right? The city is already at 5 anomalies, and it can expand into more so trivially. Yeah, let's put that in the queue. How much is that? 3,000. Okay, we can push through some of this stuff. So instead of that, in Ingulath, we build one of these. So right here, it levels that up. Right here, it would level this up. But yeah, I definitely want to build down this way. We're gonna pick up 2 more anomalies pretty quickly here. Is it still the case that I want to do this over here? Yeah, there's 3 more within like a very small number of builds, and then another one up here, and the honest answer though is it probably doesn't make a huge amount of difference. You still need some, still need a lot of glass steel, honestly. Might be a good idea to build out burrows here, just try to get ourselves into a leveling up sort of place. And obviously, once you've built this huge food from tiles building, it becomes a lot more valuable for you to build onto more tiles. So I think we're gonna try to like expand this way. We'll build out 1 to grab the wizard stone as well. And then here we got our Titan bones up. We do not have a glass steel extractor, and we definitely need it. May have been doing things in a slightly non-optimal order on that one. Yeah, get that stuff done. We'll consider other things later. And do I want to put this in the capital? Does that make the most sense? I guess it's going to have the leveled up districts. It has the ruin. It has a ruin, as do other places. I guess this makes sense here. Yeah, and with Tinu, like, if we put people over onto influence, they're going to produce a ton more with the arena in their corner. Yeah, that makes sense. That's all good. So, for the moment, we just keep gaining. It's turned 72, and we do need to have some kind of idea what we're doing Empire plan-wise. I mean, like, this would be really cool. Honestly, this would be really cool. Where are we looking like we're going to end up right now? Like, in the neighborhood of... we're going to gain another 1,600... Well, we're going to gain, like, another 1,400. So, like, 2Ks... Like, this, honestly, is probably not even on the table. Could pull back on the science a little bit. Like, we'd have to commit way harder to influence output, but you know what? Maybe that's not that unreasonable to do. Like, if I do this, puts us at 284, which we're going to get 8 times. Yeah, actually, let's do that. What's it cost to buy this out? All right, I think this is where we end up spending our money. Let me promote that. That's pretty important. All right, and then somewhere we got to start building military units. It is probably not safe for us to have an army this small, and while the Urkin will certainly help bolster our abstract military strength-o-meter, and as such, will make it so that other players are a little bit less likely to try to murder us out of nowhere. That's not going to hold forever, right? People's armies are going to get powerful enough that that's not sufficient. Getting an early game Urkin really does give you... it gives you some kinds of security that are hard to acquire otherwise. It was 150 dust. Hooray! Okay. Have this meet up in no time. As the state of the world tends to get real focused on my borders. Okay. The Valters are looking like they may get wiped out pretty soon. Is there... I mean, there's not really a lot we can do about that. I can't actually ask players not to be at war. You can goad people into war with each other, but you can't goad them into peace. Green, is it a good idea for you to be in wars right now, given your situation? I guess Brown's not exactly a powerhouse either. Well, we can hope that this war basically won't come to anything because the AI is a little iffy on the amphibious assaults sometimes. Yeah, so we better start building dust refineries where we can. Missing one. I wish the name tags up here were not getting hidden behind other nearby name tags quite so easily. So we don't really want... Can I buy 10 glass steel? That's a little expensive, but fine. More food. More food for this place would probably be a good idea. Duke Weybridge is like, I don't know what y'all are talking about. What, you just like put it in the front of your head? That doesn't sound right. You're messing with me. Alright. So we certainly already have 5 villages pacified. That part of the quest is well and truly done. That's wild that deed just fired. Somebody finished the reliquary. Not a big surprise. Tons of pixie blood, a little bit of red sang, some mithrite, and some hyperium. Longfangs is doing his thing. We should probably get winter immune. It's probably a good idea. So at this point, there's no way they have much new map information. I guess they're going to have some. But you know what? I'll take it. Wow, they really don't have... Yeah, so we learned almost nothing new, which I kind of figured was going to be the case. But I had hope. So I'm definitely a lot less eager to jump to luxury extractors this time, even though we do have a bunch of the same luxury. Because, you know, pixie blood, it's just... it's just not very compelling. So we're going to buy this out. Yeah, okay. I was going to say as soon as we can. Turns out right now. Right now is as soon as we can. And for sure. Give me the hospitality den. Let's start looking into the prospect of alliances. Because the diplomatic points per turn from an alliance is a pretty significant jump. I don't remember if it has changed. It used to be 8. At one point at least, it was 8 diplomatic points per alliance per turn. Which is... it's huge, right? That's like a big deal. Obviously, it would be lovely were that still the case. I have no idea if it is. Okay, so all of that's running along just fine. We basically just ran out of money. We do need to build some ancients. I don't know, maybe the capital will have time to do that sometime soon. Alright, so as things stand right now, we're getting like another 1,500, like another 1,600 influence. Yes, that is Dearth of Dust running out, which is fine news for us. Let us definitely continue to build districts out here. Okay, purple closing their borders, not a big deal. Wonder if they think that we're gathering for military action on them or something. I could see why they would be concerned. I guess just kind of like get into the center of the empire, be ready to do stuff. Oh, also, I should probably come over here and do an assimilate. Probably we should just grab the plus movement. This is plus 5% science. I guess all the rest of this stuff is just combat. So even though this effect is weak, it is at least an empire growth type effect. And so that should fire our faction quest next turn. Good thing to remember to do. So with that plan, yeah, that's going to get us to our 3,300. 48 feels like it's probably still not really available to us. But big population growth from 80 to 100, and then yeah, that seems right. It's a little awkward that we're trailing this large formation of seaweed. There's really, really not a lot of Valters left in the world. One thing that we could, in theory, do, one thing that can be done is perhaps a better way to put this, to prevent a player from being wiped out, is you could go to war with, temporarily, hopefully, go to war with the people who are subjugating them. Obviously, we extremely do not have that option in this case. The roving clans have gotten all that Palladian, and good for them, you know? Pink closes their borders to us, could not care less. And so, the spheroid was acquired. A tribe gives Propaheni a gift, an object they used to record knowledge. It is a history of the Draken, hinting at things that drive Propaheni to cower within her eyrie, seeking sleep. Because that is the way the Draken responds to every possible problem. This is concerning. Kehangana awakens and immediately senses the unrest within the eyrie. She quickly discovers its root, this strange object that a worshipful tribe gave to her sister. Kehangana sighs, heavy-hearted. She does not believe the rumors of subjugation and of ages spent as their slaves. While they had power that made them omnipotent, they always treated the Draken with respect. Why else would they have left the Draken as stewards of their home? Regardless, the artifact must be studied and understood. Assumptions made from cursory glances and uninformed readings must be countered by careful analysis done by the wise and the experienced. Initially, however, Kehangana must rebuild the morale of her people. Trust me, it's fine. It's been fine. Little can be done to advance their cause if the area is divided and unsure. When that is done, however, she will once again turn to progress, the future, and hope. And in the back of her mind, one thing is clear. If a leader is to be appointed to the 12, she or Propaheni would be the most likely choice. Okay, so keep approval level at happy in all cities. I mean, obviously that's guaranteed. Exotic alloys probably not going to be useful to us at all. That's a real shame. Definitely keep the die running. Yeah, what are you doing over here? So these demons have pretty good stats. The golem riders, wow. Those golem riders are terrifying. Sort of glass cannons, but what a cannon. So yeah, it's maybe it feels a little bit like maybe I'm being threatened here. This is, if not a rattling of sabers, at least a displaying of sabers. But we're not really in a position to do anything about it, unfortunately. If Purple decides to declare war on us, we will simply force peace. You know, some number of times. It's certainly not a thing you can do forever. We're not quite ready for the next borough yet, although we are blazing toward it. This would be an okay time to build a national museum in this city. Alright, lots and lots of science stuff getting done. Obviously a pretty high priority. And here we go with the hospitality den. So, if we end up spending a bunch of influence this turn, obviously it's going to necessitate the movement of more bodies onto influence. This will help a little bit. Unwin Weybridge, very, very slowly advancing up the tree. Who wants what? Hospitality den for 3 spices. Nah. That doesn't exactly feel fair. So what is next for us? Honestly... We still haven't spent all the glass steel. I mean, we could go back and grab cargo docks. It's probably worth having. Oh, this. This is what's next for us. Yeah, we have sources of stockpile income. We should definitely be upgrading those stockpiles. And yeah, I really think that this this army is sort of out of things to do. Once winter hits, we'll run around and gather pearls, but that aside, I don't really know what the play is. Let's buy this out. We're just gonna commit some people to influence here. So, let's talk about alliances. Who is likely to want to stick to an alliance? You're only at war with Brown at this point. My guess is Green's going to be fairly eager for an alliance because they're... wow, maybe not. You know, because they're relatively weak and everything. Unfortunately, nobody feels like we are... like we have a powerful relationship or anything. I don't know that we're going to be able to get any non-forced alliances. That said, we can absolutely force a handful of alliances here. Maybe even more than a handful. Obviously, there's some danger to forcing alliance. As soon as we force alliance, we're giving away all of our vision. So everybody will know everything. That's probably not a big deal. Let's start with green. Ooh, 446. Alright, well... how much was it for you? It's only 196? Yeesh. Okay, so... here we go. Plus 8 diplomatic point on Empire from Alliance. So yeah. Moving from peace to alliance nearly triples your diplomatic point output from that player. And as such, it's probably... I know we had that big old empire plan that we wanted, but it's probably worth forcing... it's probably worth making every alliance we can make. Even if most of those have to be forced. Are you willing to consider? You are not. How about now? What if we were all best friends? Yeah, I'm gonna hit every one of these buttons, and we'll just we'll figure it out later. Figure out the empire plan later. Cause like diplomatic points, right? Could you be swayed with other stuff? Not really. And I'm just not into giving away all the tech. That's just not even the button I wanted. There we go. I guess it would have been cheaper to like wait for an eclipse or something to do that, but it's turn 77. We don't have time for waiting. So, now we are in a remarkably desperate place, influence-wise. It's be 1334. It's like a couple hundred will come off of that. We'll be able to buy that out next turn, no matter. Yeah, we're gonna have to like hard focus our entire society on influence for a little bit here. Just to get through. And I'm fine with that. I'm comfortable with that move. Could you please? This is kind of a lot of science. But like for real, we need we need influence very badly. Okay. So we now have everybody's vision. We get to know everything. So red's tiny. Pink seems to have grown some. At war with the Valters, but not in contact with them. Are the Valters still at war with everybody else? Yeah. So purple's the only one they really need to worry about, but they sure do need to worry about it. And purple is on the march to draw blood. Well, you know, them having a mutual ally in us potentially will be helpful. Okay. A mere 600 influence per turn. Which city? This city needs it the most because the population is the highest. Or benefits from it the most, I should say. This is 714. We can get to 714. Let's sell a little bit of... Are we still... Okay, everything is still flying except that. We can sell off a fair amount of grass silk, actually. So we're going to be at 75. We could sell 40 grass silk if we wanted. Without being disruptive. Okay, how many of these are people immediately busting our diplomatic status back down? I hope is small number. Ally with an enemy, okay. I accept. I refuse. Not really into war. Vision embargoes, whatever. Vision embargoes, whatever. Okay, nobody immediately broke the alliance. I mean, it would be very expensive for them to do so. It makes sense. They may not be able to afford doing that. You are a little bit off of being able to construct the next borough, so I guess the thing for you to work on is military units. So let's talk about an ancient. Look at him. Beautiful, majestic. Okay, shared wisdom is +1 morale to all adjacent units. That's pretty handy. So if we were to just sort of build you out in the most boring way, you got claws or a mage wand. So 18 attack, 12 damage, 16 initiative. These things are pretty similar in function. Let's go that way. And then sadly you do not have the good move speed. They're very slow flyers. I guess just start working on one of those. And then is there... Okay, there are some stockpiles on the market. Not a lot, but it's probably worth buying. So So let's see. This stuff's not actually valuable. 9.8. Stuff's still coming in, but like we're at the point where we actually could use some of these. We aren't going to need a huge amount of palladium, I don't think. So we could buy our way into a food stockpile. I mean, I guess we can just wait until next turn, too. Let's just do that. We're going to have so much more money. Okay. Up here to this ruin now. So we should try to have a stockpile of each type as organized labor finishes. Okay. Winter time is here again. This is wonderful. Didn't actually fire. There we go. Alright, I'll grab some of this stuff. Probably go this way first. Somebody wants to make a deal. Nope. I'm not interested in declaring war on necrophages. It just doesn't seem like a good plan. Luxury costs up, strategic costs down. That's probably good for us, actually. So let's buy one of these. And then... sale value's not up, unfortunately. Yeah, these are low value resources. This stuff, on the other hand, this stuff will still sell. So let's buy a science stockpile as well. Okay, yeah, I was just making sure it didn't generate a thing. So the industry stockpile's at 638. I don't know that we're going to be able to generate that. Sadly, the Valters were removed, which does cut our supply of incoming diplomatic points down relatively sharply, in fact. It's pretty bad news for us. Alright, so we are at plus 725, and that's like the most we realistically can be, right? Every citizen of the Empire is working influence. So, in terms of Empire plan, it is what it is. Let's go ahead and play another turn here. Let's get that Empire plan actually executed. Sure. And then here, we're not going to be able to do the same. Certainly doesn't make sense to do that. We can start building out boroughs. This city doesn't have as obviously powerful a place to go. But any expansion at all is good. Yeah, this is fine. Okay. So organized labor upgrades all of our stockpiles. All two of our stockpiles. I don't know where we're going to put all this food, but I am definitely happy to have 1,600 extra science. And then we have 2 stockpile generators running for free. Efficient embargo is absolutely acceptable. Oh, hey. 160 influence. What is it, my birthday? Now Morktra can start working on this, and we should definitely get that done. We're going to definitely want to reconfigure the entirety of our population. So is it Imperial funding? It might be Imperial funding to help us push into the next era to get some of these extra influence production techs. Because like I keep saying, we are going to need to make a really significant number of deals. It's just like, just sailed into lightning, whatever, it's fine. Deals are necessary. Okay, so everybody's doing stuff. We have $900, which I assume is not enough to buy, the higher value stockpiles. don't exactly know what I want to do with this food stockpile. So didn't quite make it here. I don't think there's a lot of value in getting the 3 movement for units if we're not going to get this. We can definitely pick up a reduction in buyout costs. And in fact, extra money from trade routes. Yeah, I think let's do it like this. Unit cost reduction down. That's very cheap. That's definitely worth it. Okay, I think that is a fine empire plan. So, next turn we're going to get this. Let's go ahead and commit one more turn then. Let's see what the next step of the faction quest is. So that means I do have to figure out where I want to put this food stockpile. I think the capital is probably right. And then we need to refigure everybody's positions here. Try to pump that out. Not that we don't still need huge amounts of influence and everything, but you know, we also have building to do. Yep, focus up. Okay. Yes, and now now that we're in Third Winter, we can get access to all of the really powerful extra districts and to figure out exactly how we want to make use of those. I mean, we obviously have a lot of cities where the Abbey of Anomalies is going to be fantastic. So that's a thing that we got to be thinking about. We're definitely going to buy that. Intensifiers and stuff are fine, but we're definitely for sure buying an Abbey of Anomalies. In fact, let me just go ahead and commit to that now, because otherwise I will forget. As ever. Okay, so we have 89 pearls with which to work. It's probably going to be pretty good. And then I think we're definitely like running across the top of our empire now, the northern edge. All right. Create 3 new burrows for exotic armor. Boy, they sure want us to have all the glass steel tech. Well, part of the reason that I did this was so that we could build another burrow. So I think that makes a lot of sense. Do I want... Yeah, I'm going to extend out a little bit more. This build would get us a level up, but I want a place to put down a new abbey. And I don't know if the Abbey of Anomalies counts for progress on this quest. I hope it does. We're going to find out. So, unfortunately, the districts that give the approval around here are right on the edge of the region. But it's fine. This one's a fine place for an abbey. And I'm going to buy that out too. Part of the reason we set up this whole new empire plan was so that we could rush by a ton of things. This one's awkward because all of the anomalies are against the wall. Here, though, an Abbey of Anomalies makes a ton of sense. Actually, might make more sense to build it there on top of the Wizard Stone for the extra science and approval. Yeah, and the only thing that you get out of leveling up an abbey is 5 additional food. So yeah, it can sort of hang off like that. So I'm not going to worry about placing it there yet. Here we can definitely make a sensible Abbey of Anomalies in a bunch of different places. Do I feel like we need the approval? Probably not, right? So let's see. Oh yeah, we're super far north of 100. Let's take the industry. Okay, so hopefully those count. Hopefully it doesn't have to be specifically borough streets, but even if it does, we're gonna get that done fairly quickly. That's not a real concern. Are you adjacent to? No, you're already built over your anomaly. That's a little awkward. Well, whatever. We'll deal. We'll figure it out. You should probably actually search this, constructed influence-related building for some red sang. Okay. You got it, Chief. Something tells me we will, in fact, do that. Okay, so I believe that is where we're going to call it for today, and thank you all so much for watching. I don't know. I don't know if we're on a good pace here, honestly. Like, we have all these alliances going, and they're great. We're going to see, I think, a wave of furious cancellations at the beginning of the next episode, because you know how the AI works, the recalculations when you reload. But we have a lot of income, but we also have a huge amount of room to make up, and we're going to have to start trading with people pretty furiously here. But fortunately, we are now in a place where we can do that. And hopefully once we start trading with people, I mean, it's going to be a lot of just like giving them things. So hopefully that'll improve some people's opinion of us and they'll stop canceling their alliances. Fingers crossed. So come back next time tomorrow to see if we can bear any of this out. And we'll see you then.